Hi there. In this video, I'm going to go over basic editing in Shotcut. Now, there's one thing I'd like to mention quickly first. So, the video files that I'm using in this project are quite high resolution. So, this can cause playback issues in Shotcut. So, if your computer is struggling, there's a couple of things that you can do to improve the playback. Under Settings, go down to Preview Scaling, and you can actually reduce the quality of the preview in Shotcut. So here, I've selected 540p. The video files that we're using are 1080, so the resolution is half of what it was before. Another thing we can do is use proxy editing. So what this does is replace the video file with a lower quality video file while you're editing. I'm going to have a troubleshooting video where I'll go over these in a little more detail. So if your computer's struggling, I recommend watching that video, or you can just turn these settings on now. Okay, so back to editing. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is toggle snapping. So this is a very useful feature in Shotcut, and it just makes editing easier. I'm just going to zoom into my timeline quickly. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut plus. Now, toggle snapping is this icon here. So what this does is automatically snap clips together. So here, I've done a couple of edits. If I wanted this video clip to be matched up with this video clip with no gap, if I've toggle snapping on and drag it over, you'll see there at the end it jumped over to close the gap. If I just press undo, which is Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on Windows, and try and do the same without toggle snapping, it's just a lot harder to try and get it bang on. See there, it's overlapping slightly. And if I drop it there, there's a slight gap between the two clips. So if I were to play it back, there's going to be a moment with no video clip. So if I turn toggle snapping back on, I can simply move that slightly, and it's perfectly lined up with the other clip. This also works with snapping to the playhead. So if I move this out of the way and turn off toggle snapping, it's quite hard to get this clip bang on with the playhead. But again, if I turn toggle snapping on, it's going to jump to that position. So generally, I would almost always leave toggle snapping on when editing. I'm going to delete all of these clips quickly and drag my video back into the project. See there with toggle snap on, it actually snapped right to the start of the project. Now, when you're editing, you're probably going to need to make some cuts in your video file. So there's a number of different ways of doing this in Shotcut. So the first way, which I generally find is the easiest, is simply by placing your playhead where you'd like to make a cut. So just make sure you've got your clip selected. You'll know it's selected if it's got this red border around it. Then click on the timeline where you want to make the cut. So here at the start of the video.
Yeah. Hi there.
I want to make the cut just after he's clapped. So around here looks good. I'll just zoom in slightly using the plus key on my keyboard. And I can see here the playhead is placed after these two claps. Now, to make the cut, all I have to do is press S on my keyboard. So you can see here, we've now got two different clips. I'll just press undo quickly and show you another way you can make a cut. This icon here does exactly the same. You can see there when I hover my mouse over it, it says split at playhead, and it's got the shortcut S. So if I select my clip and press this, it's also made the cut. So now I can delete this one at the start. Now there's a couple of different ways of deleting clips in Shotcut. So the first way is just by simply hitting backspace. So as you can see there, I've deleted that clip. Now if I press undo, so that's Command Z or Control Z, if I select this clip, there's another way I can delete it, and that is a ripple delete. So when you ripple delete, this will remove the clip that you had selected, but that portion of time will also be removed. So the other clip will then be jumped back to the start of the project. So the shortcut to do this is simply press X. Or alternatively, you can simply hit the minus button here. See here, the little dialog box says it's ripple delete. So that's a really useful feature, and you'll probably find yourself using it quite a lot when editing videos. Another way you can edit is by simply trimming the start or ends of your clip. So if I just zoom out a bit, I'm using the key command minus this time. Don't forget, you can always use the zoom feature at the top here. I just find it's a lot quicker using key commands when editing. So if I hover my mouse over the right hand side here, I can click and drag when this icon appears. And there I've trimmed the end of the video. You can also do the same at the start. So when this icon appears, you can click and drag and trim the clip. I'm just going to press undo a couple of times. So trimming the ends can be useful, but I do tend to find it's quite a lot quicker just by simply placing my playhead and using the shortcut S. So if I go to the end of this video here, there was a couple of mistakes. So I'm just going to correct these quickly.
To hear that your guitar is out of tune and you want to be able to fix it really quick.
Just going to zoom in a bit. I find zooming in is really useful as you can look at the waveform and it's easier to position your cuts.
Even just slightly out of tune. Okay, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching this video on how to tune your guitar by ear. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.
Okay, because I've watched this video before, I know I want to cut this section here and move it later on. This is because the guitarist forgot to mention something in his video. So, I'm going to start off by making a cut here. So, I'll position my playhead, then press S, and I'll make a cut here just after the phrase. Now, I'll just zoom out a touch. So there's a bit of talking over this section here.
Maybe you can just add, so just remember the pattern, it's 5 on 5, 5, 5,
yeah,
5,
of course,
5,
yeah.
4 on...
So I'm just going to jump to where he gets back into it.
Okay, and just remember...
Okay, so I'll make a cut here. Now I want to delete this section, so I can either click on it and press backspace, or press X to ripple delete it. So I just like ripple deleting because it snaps the video clip back.
Okay, and just remember that the pattern for tuning your guitar by ear is 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, and then 5th fret. Okay.
That's what, 5th, 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 4th, 5th.
Yeah, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5.
Cool.
So. Yeah, great.
Cool. Because people might need to... That's
Okay, so I'm just going to end it after this point here. So I'm going to press S, and this time, because there's actually nothing afterwards, I'm just going to use backspace to delete. Now, I want to swap this clip and this clip around, because this is the ending of the video. So to move it, I'm simply going to click on it while this hand icon is here, and drag it. I'll just put it after this bit, and I'll move this one over to the left. You can see there it's snapped over into the right position. Now I'll do the same with this. So now if I play this back.
Tune. Okay, and just remember that the pattern for tuning your guitar by ear is 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, and then 5th fret. Okay, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching this video on how to tune your guitar by ear. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.
Okay, great. We've quickly tidied that up, and I've shown you some of the basic editing features. In the next video, I'm going to go into more detail and show you some more features. Thanks for watching.